And hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Now, while looking at what I should teach you guys next, basically preparing for the next video, I figured out that we got a few problems. Now, I taught you guys everything about ifs and else and stuff like that in the previous video, right? Well, you're wrong, because I did not. In fact, I kind of just scratched the surface and I kind of forgot really important expressions which we should have really done. Otherwise you're going to struggle and do a lot of things you shouldn't be doing. So, let's get started. Now, if you watched my previous video, I'm not going to go through everything again. That you can do in your own time if you feel like you need to. Now, so what we're going to do is not equal to, greater than, or equal to, and greater and smaller than or equal to, or less than or equal to, however you want to call it. We're going to do those three because you might not think it, but they are actually very important, and later on in programming it will become really helpful, but especially greater than and equal to and stuff like that. That will become really important. I'm going to be teaching you that now then. Variable is name. Okay, we will make another string. Oh, wait. Let's go a little bit more around the table. Our total. Let's go our total. And we make our total equal to a real, or if you like Java, double. But I enjoy real. Now, basically we're going to make our total, it's going to be, let's say, 55.8. okay, now if our total, now I'm not going to go through the whole thing about what's an if statement, how it works and all that, you guys know that. I'm just going to show you guys the, as they call it, rational operators that I forgot to show you guys, because I showed you equal, big, smaller than, bigger than, all that kind of shit. Okay, so if our total, and now I'm going to show you is not equal to. In most programming languages it will be this, but Delphi will be like, excuse me, am I a joke to you? So it's going to be not equal. So basically it's not, if it's not bigger or smaller than, okay, and it is not equal, okay, now just don't put it equal there, but if it's not equal, bigger than, or smaller than, then if it is not, basically it's the same value as not. It is just in form of a operator. Okay, so if you like using an operator, use the operator. I highly recommend it. Use the operator. But if you don't want to use the operator, it is perfectly fine to just go if not our total is equal to whatever. Okay, so if our total is not equal to 10.9, begin show message hello. So we have already gone through everything about how this works and all that. You guys should know that by now, especially if you watched my previous video, which was way too long than it had to be. So if our total is not bigger than, smaller than, or equal to, that means if it is not equal to 10.9, then give us this, and our total is equal to 55.8, so it's definitely not 10.9. Now if you would run this, click the button, you will get hello. Perfect, right? So now you have that. Now we can show you smaller than or equal to. So if our total is smaller than or equal to 10.9, share this message, but it is not. Our total is not smaller than or equal to 10.9, so this will not be working. Click the button as many times as you want. It's not going to run this code at all. Okay, we're going to put our total that whole time. But if it is bigger than or equal to, this means if our total is 10.9 or anywhere bigger than that, give us this output, which in fact it is, because it is bigger than 10.9. So now basically what we're doing here is we're just saying if our total is bigger than 10.8. But if you go big or equal to, we can go 10.9, because now it takes into consideration the part it starts with. When it's just bigger than, it means if our total is 10.8, it will not run the code. But if our total is 10.9, it will run the code. Or now let's if it is 10.8, okay, so if it is bigger than 10.8, give us this output. Okay, let's just do it and show you guys how it works. Now press the button. Sumimasen. What? I thought that I maybe did something wrong. It's because I didn't add that last decimal there, so yeah, just remember that, because otherwise 8.0 and basically everything inside 80, somewhat, not to say it is. Okay, so just remember that. So now if you run it, it will not run the code. But if our total is 10.87, which is bigger than 10.86, bigger than, and you run the code, you will get the output. Now basically if you wanted it to include that, you can just put an equal sign there, run the code and press the button, because now, can you stop? Why are you not listening? Okay, maybe a real number wasn't the best way to go, but let's maybe make a I total an integer. Okay, I total becomes 900. Okay, so if I total, and let's start over with that, is bigger than 900, so now it will return false, because our I total is equal to not 900 but not bigger than. So press the button, press as many times as you want, it will not work. But if I total is bigger or equal to 900, which means it takes this into consideration, it will run the code. Okay, so just remember, reals are kind of a little bit of a gray area when it comes to if statements. You will really ever actually need to compare them like this. Usually it's more like two variables you compare, which usually works slightly better in some cases. So yes, now that's bigger or equal to and not. That's basically what I wanted to show you guys. Now you might be asking me, okay, but in what case would this bigger as or equal than actually be worth using? Now that's a fair point. Now I can understand why you just want to do bigger than 899, which is acceptable. Just it's easier for people to actually read this, bigger than or equal to 900. And later in loops, like for example a for loop, which we'll get to later, it becomes one, excuse me, while loop. You can do it with for loop as well, but I just pick while loop. We'll get to this later as well. If we didn't get to it already, I can't remember, but if we didn't, we'll get to it. So if while I total is bigger than or equal to 900, so while it's bigger or equal to 900, which means as soon as it hits 900, it stops. And some people will code and they do that, then once it hits 901, it will stop, and that's not 900. So it's just easier to read for both the programmer and the user. So then you go like I total becomes I total -1 and then add the code there, or put items at the bottom, which we'll get to later. So basically it's mostly useful in loops, not just while loops, but most loops. So yeah, but these are the operators I missed. Don't want you guys to go without them. Okay, so yeah, let's close this up then. Thank you all for watching. See you all in the next video.